Hello my fellow gamers and welcome once again to Perafilozof SimCity Let's Plays. Before I start making my third city, I'm just going to show you the little changes that I have done to the first two cities in order to prepare for the third city. Now let's go to Silk Road first. In Silk Road I have increased the number of Sims living here by around 20,000. This is because I raised a good portion of this last quarter of the city up to medium density. I have yet to raise all of them because I haven't started building the third city. But once the third city is built and its requirement for low wealth workers goes through the roof, I'm going to raise these guys up to medium density and they are going to become unemployed, but they are going to go through the region's network and go to the third city to work. The way that they are going to go there is through the passenger train station and the bus terminal, which I have turned on. That pretty much covers the changes in this city. Now let me show you the Liquidia for a moment. Here in Liquidia I have researched the advanced wind turbines and started the research on the space center. Great work. Here my workforce is pretty well balanced, therefore none of these Sims are going to be leaving this city. I have also upgraded the avenues on the middle and the outer ring to 6-lane avenues to better cope with the amount of traffic that is going through this city towards the university every day. I have almost managed to get it up to level 3, but as you can see I stopped short at 5 students. Hopefully one of these days I'm going to be able to get it up to level 3. Now I'm able to zoom out so far away because I have gone to the settings options and turned on the planning mode camera. I have totally forgotten about this option that it was patched in a few patches ago, but thanks to my subscribers they reminded me of it. It is much easier to look over the entire city and plan your road setup with this camera. Now since I do have a bucket load of cash in this city, I'm going to use its cash to start up the third city. Now I'm going to go there and claim that plot. Now let me just give you a brief overview of what's gonna go where in this city. I'm planning on to have 3 circles right here, one inside of the other. All are going to be road circles. The only avenue that I'm going to have is this one that is going to go up to here, go as a tunnel. Over here I'm going to have industry like this. Then I'm going to have the mines for coal and ore over here. My smelters that are going to produce alloy are going to be located here. I'm going to have about 3 of them. The trade port is going to be here with a connection to the railway so it can export more and faster. I'm going to have a trade depot for every 2 mines I place. This mountain is going to be perfect for the wind power plant and its upgraded wind turbines. When it comes to the school, I'm going to use 2 libraries and a high school, since this setup has proven to be quite able to educate Sims in my first city. I'm going to use the same system here. I will have the mass transit, the bus terminal about here, and the train station is going to be about here as well. They're going to bring in those low wealth workers from other cities to work in this city. As I said, I'm going to have 3 smelters and they are going to require a heck of a lot of workers. I'm just going to add a little bit of piece road here just so that the city gets funding unlocked and I can send my money without worrying that it's going to go somewhere else. As you saw up here, all the unlocks from other cities have been unlocked in this city. We can check, utilities are here. The recycling center, yeah, I forgot that. I'm going to have a recycling center in this city and it is going to recycle the garbage from this city, and also its trucks are going to go to Silk Road and Liquidia and pick up that garbage and turn it into alloy. So I'm just going to export alloy from this city. Now that you know everything about how the city is going to look like, I'm going to go and send myself a couple of million of simoleons to start building the road network. I'm back and the money is already here. That is quite a quick transaction. Now I have 3 million in the bank and I can take my time designing the road system in the city. Like I said, the first road is going to be the 6-lane avenue that goes forward until it hits these mountains. Then I create a tunnel through them that leads out over here. This is the place where my train station is also going to be, over here. It is going to connect straight away into this avenue. Like so. Now I need to make sure that there is enough space here for medium density industrial buildings. I can try and see what this guideline is going to give me. Nope, that would not be medium density. Finally, we have medium density. Now I know exactly what is going to be the length from this railway to the road to get up to medium density without any problems. Over here in the corner, I'm going to leave the space for the trade port. Now from here, I'm going to have a tunnel leading to the other side of the map and exiting right here. From here, I go to the edge and then again up to here. Now again, I'm going to have a tunnel to go beneath this avenue. Now there is a small glitch. You can push the road so close to the edge of the map, but if you want to make a bridge or a tunnel so close to the end of the map, you sometimes have some issues with it. Now, as far as I could notice, it is going to allow me to make a bridge here. It doesn't really matter, a bridge or a tunnel, as long as the roads do not cross each other. Now a road all the way up here. Now that this is done, I need these circles that I'm planning on to have in the middle. I'm going to use the circle tool, hold the shift key and see about getting the exact placement of it that I want. There we go. That's the outer circle. Now I need the inner one. Need to turn back on the guidelines, and now there is a little bit of a problem when you want to create the inner one. You will notice that it is not a perfect circle. There are these parts where have edges that are more like egg-like than straight circles. You will notice that these guidelines are mismatched and not showing up an exact circle. So depending on, do you use the curvy road, freehand, draw tool, or do you use the arc tool, you're going to have to do it a few times to get the proper circle. As you see, that is the product when these guidelines do not match each other properly. By combining the arc tool and the curve tool, you can try and get the perfect circles that you need for there to be medium density in between these circles. Now, I can guarantee you that I'm going to have a few of these places where I'm not going to have medium density. I'm going to have some issues, but that can be fixed later on if it arises. Now that the circles are finished, although I could fix this one a little bit more. Now that these circles are finished, I need to do the rest of it. Now in these corners here, I want to have my civil buildings. In this corner and in this corner as well. So I'm not going to follow the guides as they are showing me right now, because check this out. If I were to put street here, another street here, then delete this part, I would have more space than I would actually need for two back-to-back medium density buildings. And if I have more space for them, that means that I have far more space than I need for civil buildings to go back to back. So what I'm going to use is two of these tall tree parks, one after the other, and where the second one ends, I hit that spot with a street. Same thing on this other side. The space that I need from the right side, I am going to follow the guides and use two of these spaces. Now that I have these squares where my civil services are going to go, I can finish up with these neighborhoods for residential. I'm not going to connect these guys because they're too close to other intersections, and there are only a few sims that are going to live here, and they can find other ways to go around. For this part of the city, where the mines are going to be, the two coal mines right here and the two ore mines right here, they need a little bit more space than just one medium density buildings. They need about 1.5. So that is why I'm going to put this road in between these two road guides and pull this straight all the way to the other edge. Over here is going to be the wind power plant. Now I'm going to try and place a road here that is going to leave just enough space on the left side for a wind power plant. This is too much. And this is just about right. I'm going to delete the small horizontal turbine and use the vertical turbines. One here, one here. Now I am going to take this service road and get it up to this mountain. Once there, I can place the rest of the vertical turbines all over this mountain and not take up any valuable space. When you're going up mountains, it is much easier to use the arc roads than the straight roads. Here's an example. If I try to use a straight road, it's not gonna go on top of the mountain. But if I use an arced road and curve this service road a bit, it is going to allow me to build it on the mountain. Now from here, if I were to use the road at the exact top of this mountain, I would not have enough space for these big turbines to go on either side. So I have to choose to go either on the right side or the left side, and then I'm going to have enough space for a vertical turbine. But first I'm going to take this road up here and try to create enough space for them to be on top of this mountain. There we go. Now you can see I can plop a lot of these vertical turbines on this mountainside because of the way I have set up this service road. Let's see just how many will fit. So far I have managed to plop 15 of them. I'm unable to find any more spots where I can place these big vertical turbines because they need so much flat ground. But that doesn't mean I cannot place the small wind turbines on this service road. This is 400 megawatts of power from just one wind power plant, which is more than enough power to supply the city for a long time. Now let's finish the road network. Now that the power is set up and the road network is set up, I just need to buy water from my first city, and also I need to buy the sewage capacity. I have already sent the garbage trucks from the first city to this third city, so garbage is going to be picked up by the first city. I'm also going to turn off the passenger train station and the wind power plant because there is more than enough power in the first city for now, but later on, once I need a whole lot more power for the smelters and when the entire city goes up to medium density, I'm going to turn on this wind power plant. So that would be all for this episode. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for more.